Welcome to the Heart to Heartland podcast. Here are your hosts.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Heartland. I'm Isabelle,
And I'm Soile. And we're
and we're
back
gonna.
together.
Yes, we are finally back together. We are. I'd say we're in the same room, but we're not.
Yeah, because I'm in the mud room and you're somewhere else.
Yeah, just on other sides of the world. It's totally cool.
Yeah.
Um, we have so many updates, and it's exciting because we have season 16 news.
Yeah.
I'd argue that it's season 16 news. So we're gonna get to that right now, and then talk about a few other things. First of all, for the updates, last time I was on the podcast, talked about Jessica Steen doing a Supernatural Then and Now podcast, and it's been a while. It's been out for a couple weeks, but it's just been a while since I've been on.
Yeah.
And I was like so disappointed in it because she was on it for about 10 minutes, I think, in total. And I mean, obviously it's a supernatural podcast, but they didn't talk about Heartland.
Yeah, because I listened to the whole thing
Me too.
that morning it came out, and I've watched Supernatural, so I was like fine with it. They had, I think, the director also for 20 minutes and Jessica for 20 minutes as well. So I was like, oh, she's gonna send Izzy like the timestamp to save her time because
Yeah, it was just very short and brief. Like I learned a little bit about her experience on Supernatural, and she talked about NCIS, which was cool. But I thought maybe her current projects would come up, but they didn't. So that's my review on it.
But as for the updates and news, season 14 is streaming on Hallmark movies. I don't know if we talked about this yet, but in case we didn't, I just wanted to bring that up. And speaking of streaming, Heartland is still, as far as I know, in the top 10 most streamed shows in the US Netflix. So
That's
doing well.
impressive.
Yeah.
That's just, yeah.
And Amber did one of her favorite Amy moments with Up Faith and Family, and she talked about the moment where Jack and Amy sing in season 4, episode 12, so the song Bridge, and talked a little bit about her experience and how singing with Sean is like such a nice thing, and it's always a fun thing to perform when they're filming.
Yeah, I love that that moment stood out to her because like 15 seasons and she thought of that, and it's like my favorite episode, so it's cool.
Yeah. And speaking of Amber, she did a reading about or of her second children book, Where Turkey Go, which is based on a true story of her turkey Sweet Pea, who she also had as a guest along with her friend Katie, who uh, is the one that owns Sweet Pea right now, and that was attached to this newsletter she sent out for her fan clubs. But that was cute, but the rest of the newsletter was kind of sad. She talked about having a rough week. At first, Remy got sick, or she wasn't eating, or something along those lines. And then she noticed her cow, Ella, wasn't feeling well. And so she was trying to kind of keep them both hanging in there. And turns out her cow, Ella, passed away from milk fever. But thankfully, at least Remy is doing a little bit better.
Yeah, because Sugar, her cow Ella just had, how long has it been? Not long, like a week that she had a calf.
Yeah. Something.
So that's why she got
Not
sick.
that.
Was,
Yeah.
yeah. So that was like heartbreaking. Now I have to tell you guys a story. Now I know this situation's heartbreaking and my condolences, but I have to tell you how I found out about this, and it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So I get a text from my friend Britt. I love you, Britt, so much. She just sent me a card yesterday, and I'm about to roast her, so I don't know if we're gonna be friends after this. But she texted me the day that the newsletter came out, and I don't get the newsletter, so I was confused. And she said, "No wonder Amber's been quiet since Remy's birthday. They put her down." And I was like, I said, "WTF? What are you talking about?" And she sent me the first half of the newsletter. Okay, the first half of it, and I was like, "Where does it say that she died?" And Britt said, "Girl, let me go to sleep." And I was
She left you on a cliffhanger?
I know, and I was like, "You texted me." I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she said, "I read that blank fast." And I was like, "What? So did she die? I'm confused." And then Britt said this. No, wait, this is my favorite part. I love you, Britt. "Girl, who the F knows? But she didn't say yes or no."
So
I was like, "I'm sorry, what?" Later to find out that, yes, in fact, Amber did say that Remy did not die. She just didn't read the full newsletter. And I remember, like, Lisa, our friend Lisa, was like, "You should read the full thing first next time."
Yeah, because
sad, but
because the way it was written, it was like she was going through both Ella's and Remy's situation at the same time. And in the last like paragraph, she said like, "Thankfully Remy's doing well," but I think if you didn't go that far down, you might have missed it. But like that's a crucial information to miss.
So I'm healing from finding out that Remy has in fact not died. And then it's like, oh wait, so there was a death? And I was like, can you always need to get your facts straight before you sound the alarm? I was like, I'm gonna dress in black for a funeral because of this. So yeah, that's how I found out about that. So
never trust Britt to break the news.
It's never
from now on.
I know. Britt, please read the full newsletter before you tell me that somebody died. I mean, she wasn't wrong. There was a death, but was it Remy? No. There was a death. Got that part right.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Anyways.
Moving on. Aidan was back doing Instagram Live last Sunday, and it was mostly about his new song Better Than Heaven, which is about the community around his lives, basically. And then he just, did typical chaos live casting or whatever you want to call that.
That got cut off.
Yeah.
No, it was fun. It was the most fun I had in a long time.
Well, the thing was, when he went online, I was in a train. So when I was exiting the train, I had my phone out and my headphones in, and I was like, what's with the audio? I can't hear anything suddenly. And I was like, I need to get out of this train because maybe it's the train for some reason. And then it ended, and I was like, wait, what did I miss? Like, did something happen? And then I went out, and then he was back online, and I was like, oh, it's just Aidan's typical
it's
style.
Just Aidan being Aidan.
Yeah.
The Aidan that we love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was fun.
Yeah. So I was in a bus, and I was in a grocery store, and like trying to keep up. And yeah, it was nice to have him live again, and sharing.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
I don't know what time stamp I came in at. I know I came in late. I don't know how far into it he was, but I came in while y'all were talking about yogurt.
It was I was in the store, and I was picking out which yogurt to get. And so I needed both of my hands, and I wrote down that I'm choosing what yogurt to get. So I put my phone away because I needed both of my hands. And then I came back, and he was like, what's my favorite yogurt? Like, I was like, no, I didn't ask that. I was
what did he read? I don't even know.
So I went in and out, and suddenly people were commenting how he said yogurt.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And I was like, is this because I mentioned yogurt, like,
Look what you started.
yeah, wasn't my intention.
Yeah, there was a lot of confusing things that he mentioned, and I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I don't know, whatever. I love you, Aidan.
Yeah. Then we mentioned in the live as well that Michelle Nolden did the Sirius XM 167 Canada Talks interview with this lady, and she talked about Lake Shores Festival, but more importantly, she mentioned that there would be some kind of thing happening in Calgary over the summer with the Heartland people. So, who knows what that is.
If you're not watching, I'm just shaking my head. I don't know. I don't have a response to that. Like, surprised? No. Shocked? No. Not at all.
But, it can be season 16 because, it's not
Yeah.
true until Amber says so.
Oh, of course. It's never in the history of the show has it ever been announced previously and been wrong. Never. You have to wait for Amber.
Speaking of this alternative universe where season 16 is happening, they once again changed the filming dates. The first one was 100 days for May 24th till October 11th. And then they changed them to 83 days, June 6th till September 29th, I think. And
Wait a second.
yeah, it got less, but now they're back to 119 days, which is June 16th till November 13th.
So
13th.
for the last while, they've been trying to figure out the number of episodes, is what I'm getting from this.
Yeah, I think so. Because I excluded weekends because they don't.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
They don't, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There's going to be a couple of holidays and probably some
For sure.
breaks, but,
Right. And there's the odd time they film on weekends. I remember they filmed on a weekend because of the university. They had to film there on the weekend because stuff like that. But normally they don't film on the weekend, so you excluded those dates. And that would make 15 episodes.
Yeah, something like that.
So,
if it happens. If.
Right. Because, I mean, at this point, I'd say it's confirmed. There's been someone connected to the show talking about this on their Instagram and saying that we have no reason to not believe this person at this point, but obviously it hasn't been necessarily confirmed that there's 15 episodes. But I mean, like, I guess it's popular after. I mean, after season 14, it just got better, I guess, and they're like, let's give them more episodes. They deserve this.
Yeah, I would imagine that part of it might have to do with the way it's performing on Netflix.
In the US, yeah.
I mean, the pandemic is good for something, I guess.
Yeah. I'd argue that they're doing this more for the US numbers than Canada.
Yeah, probably, because,
makes sense. Like, it's whenever new season's released on Netflix, I wait for it to trend and it never does. So obvious. I'd argue that this is for the US.
Yeah, really not complaining here because I've not liked the shorter seasons. Not because of what they've been about, but more because of the story doesn't have time to evolve.
Way too rushed. And you don't get like when it comes to like when they bring in new villains, perhaps like if we want to talk, for example, Jeremy, it took like almost the whole season to really get into his storyline and really get to know him and appreciate him, I'd argue.
Yeah.
And then he's gone.
Yeah.
You don't really get that with a short season. So there hasn't been a lot of drama because you don't really have the time.
Yeah, and I remember the payoff being like bigger when the story has time to evolve, and then now it's kind of like, okay, so this happens, and like yay, and like moving on, and it's like it's like nice to have those things happen, but it's
well, same with the robbery in season 15, or even the bear.
Yeah.
Like those things, like in the preview, were made out to be like the big things of the season, and they lasted an episode, and the break-in lasted like 2 episodes. So it's like,
Yeah.
get this show back on track.
Yeah. Because it still has really good ideas, but it just
Mhm.
doesn't have those like.
It doesn't have the time, I think, and I don't know what happened for season 15 because like season 14 was really good. I don't know what happened last season, but
Yeah.
I don't know because I they fit a lot into season 14 to 10 episodes. I thought.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so
So
too.
I don't know.
So then, in sort of today's topic, there's a couple updates from the cast and their other projects. Madison won Best Lead Performance at the world's largest horror film festival and convention, Horror Hound Film Festival, for The Last Christmas.
That's impressive. Congratulations.
Yeah, I think we talked about the nomination a couple of episodes
I
ago,
think
but
so, yeah.
yeah, she won it. And then Gia Sandhu, who plays Luke's mom, Andrea, is in the new Star Trek Strange New Worlds show, which is streaming on Paramount Plus.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
impressive.
I
Another
o-
congratulations.
Yeah, I always love when there's like a guest star or recurring character, and then they go and do like amazing
Yeah.
shows. And
It's happened so many times on this show where they become mega famous after they're on Heartland.
yeah. And then we talked about the movie Fallen Angels Murder Club, Friends to Die For, because of Caitlin. But we forgot to mention that Michelle Nolden is also in it, and she plays Judge Martin.
Is that filming right now?
It's out already, I think.
When was this filmed? Last year?
Must have been. Yeah, must have
I don't even
been.
remember. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So was she doing it while she was on Heartland, I assume?
I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe between seasons.
That's true. I just thought they couldn't go like back and forth to different shows because of the pandemic. So I
Yeah.
was like just wondering how they must have filmed it like far apart. They had to have.
Yeah, because I think, well, I haven't seen the movie, but I would assume that they're not so dependent on the weather, maybe because it's like
True, that's fair.
courtroom thing and all that. So
Good point.
yeah. So moving on to the actual topic of the episode, we wanted to know what your favorite other projects from the cast are, because I have this like hidden agenda kind of, because I want to watch more movies with the cast, but I just don't know where to start. So I thought I'd ask you people's opinions, so maybe I will check some of these out. I know I've seen some, but always open for new ones. So we're gonna read your comments, and do you want to start or should I?
Yeah, sure. Start at the top. Might as well.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a Gisa Heartland fan. Said anything with Jessica Steen, but Earth 2 and Flashpoint are my 2 favorite shows she's been part of. This isn't me, by the way, guys.
Yeah,
this isn't me. I'm not reading my own comment.
I was just
but
about
I
to
agree.
ask. I'm like,
I agree.
This sounds familiar.
I'm honored that y'all think of me when she or they come up in, but no, this one isn't me. I do agree though.
Yeah. Then KB Diplix said love Jessica Steen as Paula Cassidy in NCIS. And spoiler.
It's been out since 2007, y'all. If you haven't seen it by now, I can't help you.
Yeah, and Constable Donna Sabine in Flashpoint.
Rip.
I mean, you can say the same thing pretty much.
She dies in everything. What do you want from me?
Yeah, except for Lisa, hopefully, I saw her in Mates, but was not a fan of her character. Now, by the way, did you watch And
I
it's
watched the parts that she was in, and the show itself I've heard is phenomenal, but it's like it's one of those shows that's uh kind of resembles every day-to-day life, and I like watch TV to escape that, you know what I mean? So,
yeah. I still
and her
haven't.
character was like definitely not it, that's for sure. So
Yeah, I still haven't watched it, and it's on my list. But one day.
it's good though, for sure.
Yeah. Now I am going to have to rewatch Armageddon to see her in it because I posted a picture of her in Armageddon. Gabriel Hogan in Peacekeepers, The Halfback of Notre Dame, Big Pony, Give Me My Baby, Murder, She Baked, Serious, Bridal Fever, King, Tacoma, FD, and his Christmas Hallmark movies. I'm guessing this person is Gabe fan because that's a lot
Really?
of yeah, that's a lot of things I haven't even heard of. I mean, yeah. And
I'm guessing.
then
That's cool.
yeah, I don't know if I've seen Cape in anything else besides Heartland. I need to fix
Really?
that. Yeah. Then they continued Chris Potter in Kung Fu, Kevin McGarry in Feeling Butterflies, and The Wedding Veil. I watched Feeling Butterflies, but I think I'm gonna also watch the Wedding Veil. Why is that so hard for me to say? I don't know. Sorry.
Has it been a long day? I know it's morning for me, but you're about ready to go to bed, right?
Well, kind of.
Okay. See, give Soile a break, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Leeskin forever said, my favorite movie with Chris Potter is Rocket's Red Glare. I also really enjoyed him in the Wild Card series or in his role as Dr. David Cameron in Queer as Folk. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know he was in that.
Yeah, I've heard.
That wasn't that show nominated for the Canadian Screen Award too?
Um,
Like with
the
Heartland?
older one, because there's a new one
Oh,
coming out.
that shows how much I know. Okay. I also watched the Good Witch movies, but they are too hallmarky for my taste. I love that. Did I start something or does this happen before this? I don't know. They continued, and I wish his character Jake Russell had more screen time. I liked him best as Tim Fleming because he triggers such a wide range of emotion, both from the on-screen family and the TV audience. He's a real character. Facts.
Yeah. Heartland FB said basically anything Michelle has done, referring to Michelle Morgan. Ice Blue really stayed with me, and more recently was Gone Mom. Waiting on the Bad Seat returns, and I have a feeling it'll be another favorite of mine. I still haven't seen Ice Blue or Gone Mom. They can be kind of hard to get here, so.
I watched Ice Blue in theater in Calgary, and it was
Oh, right.
it's a very slow moving movie, but like at the end it's, one of those that has a twist. So if you can sit through it, it's good. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce your username, I'm sorry. I haven't seen Jessica Amley or Sean in anything besides Heartland. I've seen Love and Harmony Valley, seen some of Michelle Morgan's movies. She's a very talented actress. Saw Northern Rescue with Michelle Nolden, loved the Good Witch movies, and I also saw Armageddon. Saw a movie or two with Cindy Busby and Kevin. The Heartland cast is truly amazing.
Yeah. And then Aunt Mary Catherine said, I saw Percy Jackson with Alicia Newton and Northern Rescue with Michelle Nolden without knowing who either of them were when I watched. The only time I have watched something and recognized the cast is on When Costs Are Hard. I saw both Alicia Newton and Cindy Busby on it. Netflix took it off before Kevin McGarry's seasons. Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Is it not on Netflix anymore? Or US Netflix?
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe they
Let me check Canadian Netflix.
Hallmark channel, so maybe they have like exclusive rights to it or something like that.
Okay, the next comment, Dip0326 said, I think that Michelle's short film, Mi Madre, My Father, is exceptional. Her talents as an actor, director, and writer were all showcased. It was interesting to see her in the role of Anita, a character so totally different from Luke.
Yeah.
Agreed. I have written down my favorite role of Michelle's was Mi Madre, My Father, so
yeah.
I completely agreed.
I've also seen it, and it was like very good in like all
And she made that. She wasn't just in it. Like, she literally had her hand on every part of that film.
Yeah.
So, and it was her directorial debut, and also probably what got her heart, because she won an award. She won a director award for that one. So I mean,
and it's based on a true story, not hers,
that's
but
so sad.
Yeah, so it's like powerful.
And playing such a awful character is something never seen Michelle do, I'd argue. So from what I've seen of her roles, I should say. But anyways.
Then Catwoman Sue said, anything with Jessica Steen, she's my all-time favorite. Is this you? Are you making like different accounts? No.
When I started being a fan of this show, the only person commenting those things was me. And now I don't have to because there's thousands of you. So
yeah,
my work here is done. I don't have to say it anymore.
Yeah, you walked so people could run.
I know, and that's why I'm so sick. Okay. I love Susan's comments. Susan said, anything and everything Jessica Steen has done. Not me, you guys. Amazing actress. Flashpoint, NCIS, Earth 2, Homefront, Armageddon, Smart House, Trial and Error, just to name a few. I love all of those. Homefront used to be, Homefront's from, I don't remember what year, the 80s? I'd think it's the 80s. Used to be on YouTube. It was so good. I have Earth 2 on DVD. Jessica Steen's actually held my Earth 2 DVD, so there's that. She's, spoiler alert, dies in NCIS, dies in Flashpoint. Trial and Error is hilarious. You guys have to see that. It has Michael Richards and Jeff Daniels in it. Smart House is on Disney Plus. Check it out. And obviously Armageddon. No, I wasn't paid for this promo.
I was just about to ask, does she have a role or movie that's just like bad?
That's bad?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
Not
question.
because of her, obviously, but because, writing or...
I'm going to check her IMDb because I seriously can't think of one off the top of my head. I'm not even just saying.
I'm going to read the next comment so you can search it up. Appy Rose said, I love Jessica Amley in the Greenhouse Academy and Kidnapped, the Hannah Anderson story. I love Chris in I think Good Witch, not God Witch. And all of the Cindy's Hallmark movies, they are best ones. I've seen the Hannah Anderson story and it is like freaky because it's also based on a true story. And I've been meaning to check out the Greenhouse Academy because...
Yes, it's good. You should check it out. I never watched it fully. I think I just watched the first season because I think that's all she's in. I think she left after that, or was she in the second? I don't know.
Yeah, she left after... How many seasons is there? I don't know, but she's not.
It's been years because was it that project? No, it was the Hannah. What did you say it was? The Hannah Anderson?
Yeah, Kidnapped.
It was that role that I got her to follow me on Instagram for. So there's
nice.
that. I know.
Special meaning.
Okay, I'm looking at her IMDb and I seriously can't. And maybe I'm just biased. Because I'm sure there's probably something that someone would, but maybe she's just really good at her job, okay?
Yeah, because I have few actors that I, watch movies for, and I'm like, I'm doing this for you, this isn't very good.
You know what? Okay. I'd say the Hallmark movies. Because she started doing Hallmark movies a few years ago. I'd say those are probably her worst. Because, listen... You don't have to be a good actor to be on Hallmark, okay? And I feel like it was like, was Hallmark really the best decision? You have talent, my man. Like,
not to say...
I still watch them, and I have them on DVD, so I'm not saying that I support anything she's in, because I do. I have Hallmark movies, her Hallmark movies on DVD, so burn.
Yeah, woman has to pay her bills, and not to say, Cindy, Kevin, Kate, Gabe, they don't have skills, because obviously they do.
But like I've said, though, I would do the same thing, because I'm sure the money's great, and you don't have to work that hard.
And I'm kind of jealous because Cindy, for example, gets to travel the world, and I'm like, Yeah, sure. I'd say sell my
Yeah.
soul.
Yeah, I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
I roast them for it, but I would do the exact same thing for the right
Yeah.
money and the travel. So, what can I say?
Yeah,
Okay, next comment.
it's probably easy because all you really have to do is learn the character names. They're
That's
different,
what I
but
mean.
everything else is pretty much the same.
That's what I mean. I'm not saying that all Hallmark actors are talentless, but let's get real. You don't have to be a good actor because they'll cast anyone
As
on
long
Hallmark.
as you know, look the part. It's like,
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Okay,
sorry, not
I'm sorry. Moving on. H.L. Horses said, I've seen so many of their other projects. I have seen and liked a lot of Michelle's stuff. I've seen Good Witch, and I saw the series first, which doesn't have Chris in it, and I was floored when I saw he was like in 8 movies of it. Oh, really? Okay.
Is it the Good Witch or?
I think so.
Yeah.
Sorry,
okay.
I'm confusing myself. I'm reading it how it is, so maybe
Yeah.
it's me.
No, it's confusing to me too. Not to say, Kristen, like you're good, but it's
Guys,
just...
I barely passed school. Don't ask me. Alicia in When Calls the Heart I've seen. Smart House with Jessica Steen is one of my faves as well. I've also seen Michelle Nolden in Northern Rescue without knowing she was in it right after season 14 aired. I've watched all Kevin's other stuff too because it's Kevin. Agreed. He is mostly Hallmark though, so nothing crazy good.
Oh no, the poor guy.
I mean, if the paycheck's there,
Yeah.
Heartland has had so many people on the show that I'm always spotting at least someone in a show or movie I watch.
Yeah, true.
Here's a reply to it. And then Soile replied, "'Cause it's Kevin."
Mood.
I love this next comment.
It's from No Context Heartland. Okay, you know what? Deep Six with Michelle Morgan.
Enough said, Rachel. Enough said.
I haven't seen it, but
Elodie said, I loved Love in Harmony Valley. I love this kind of story, and Amber was just amazing in this movie. Armageddon, I would have things to say about this movie. I love disaster movies, and this one has always been my favorite. I love the music, and I always cry watching it. Oh, and I didn't recognize Jessica until a fan faced the remark. I've also seen the others, of course, and I really liked them too. So, yeah. What's yours?
Oh my gosh. Well, I feel like everything I've seen from Jessica I've liked. Not that I've seen many, but Armageddon, Supernatural, she was in Charmed. And this was all before I knew who she was.
Yeah.
Or who she was, but like,
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Amber, I've seen her in that Elizabeth Smart movie.
Yes.
Then that was tough.
I love her in the Christmas Shoes movie, or what's it called? I don't actually know if that's the right name of it.
I think that's the name of it. I was just about to say I've seen her in it. I don't remember much of it. I just remember she's singing.
And then Sean Johnston's in the sequel to it, so it's...
Oh.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite projects. Yeah, Minnie Amber's in the first one, and Sean's one of the main characters in the second, so it's cool.
Huh. Yeah. And then Mutant World.
Right.
A Love in Harmony Valley, obviously. I think that might be it for her. Alicia, I've seen in Supernatural for those 2 seconds she's on screen, and I've seen her in. Have
you seen Percy? Percy Jackson?
No, I haven't.
No. I thought she was good in it.
Yeah, I would, assume because she's talented. But
agreed.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen anything else from her. Sean, I've just seen the clips from Winona Earp.
Right.
But I'm sorry to say, I think I haven't seen anything else.
For Sean, I think I've seen a couple episodes because I think he did quite a few of Winona, I think.
Yeah, a couple
Or
of
a handful of them at least.
Yeah.
Like 5, I don't know. So I've seen the episodes he's in. I thought it was good. Have you ever seen the show he did called Delmer and Martha?
No.
Do yourself a favor and you need to watch it.
I need to
It's
look it
I'd
up.
argue that it's comedy gold, to be honest with you.
Okay. Should be interesting. A little
yeah.
different from Jack.
Yeah.
Chris, I can't remember if I've seen anything.
The only thing I've ever seen him in prior to Heartland and even after Heartland was The Pacifier with Vin Diesel.
Oh, nice.
He was the bad guy.
I mean, I know
Spoiler alert.
I know he has like extensive list of movies and shows.
Sorry, Chris.
But you know, maybe I'll check something out. And Michelle, I've seen her in Mi Madre, My Father, and The L Word.
Yeah, me too. I'm so immature because every time we talk about that kind of stuff, I'm like, peace out.
If you know, you know.
Please don't watch it if you're a child. It's like not for children. So
yeah.
I'd argue that.
Then what's it called? Diary of Death?
Yes.
Or something like that. I mean, she was still kind of upcoming, and you can kind of tell she's still kind of trying to find her style, but it was still kind of cool to see her and
do something different.
Yeah. And
agreed, for sure.
the way it's filmed, it's like handheld camera style, so it's very different.
She did this short film, and I can't remember the name of it, and it's very not appropriate for kids, but I've seen it, and I can't remember what it's called.
Something Bunny.
Yeah, Bunnies. Yeah, and I remember you never posted about it on the blog because it's very adult themed, so it's like, you know, your blog's a little more family oriented, so it's like,
because it's like, it's not that I personally have a problem with it, but then it's like,
no, of course not.
When you post pictures of like the Spencer twins, you don't want to, you know, post something like that, you know.
God.
Bunny Hug,
like,
it's called.
Oh, Bunny Hug. Okay. I don't remember where I even watched it. Was it on YouTube? I don't know.
I think on Vimeo, the
right,
or something like that.
Right. Yes.
Because I think I've also seen that as well. Because yeah, she's done, and she did some comedy show. I can't remember the name of it, but I feel like I've seen stuff from Michelle the most. For some reason.
I actually don't even hate. Was it a Hallmark movie? The one with the Christmas tree on the roof, or rooftop Christmas tree. Yeah. I didn't hate that one either.
Okay.
That one was bearable. I was like, okay, I can do this. It was pretty good.
Then couple of roles from Kevin. What's it called? The Doctor Show, something heart related, surprisingly. And then a little bit of When Calls Hard, a couple of Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
Then a couple of movies from Graham. What's it called? Something with the aliens. Then Supernatural.
His Homeland?
No, it was something like Ice Cold, or no.
Was it the one you did with Caitlin?
Oh no, I've seen that as well. Grave Halloween or something.
Oh.
Aliens.
I love your memory. It's just as good as mine.
Cult Lights.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, he was in a wheelchair and aliens, you know, abducted him.
Oh,
or something like that.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, and maybe something else. I've seen like clips of stuff, but I don't remember.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
yeah.
Because I remember when I started watching Heartland, I wanted to kind of see what everyone has kind of been up to.
Yeah.
So I watched like little clips from YouTube and stuff like that. So I think that's it.
Have you ever seen, no, if you haven't, you probably should, the episode of Schitt's Creek that Kevin did?
No, but I've been meaning to watch the whole show, so I'm like,
Oh,
should I watch the one episode or just to kind of out of order or
okay, so I am a diehard Schitt's Creek fan. I have been since 2015 when it first came out. It's just like Heartland. I'd argue it's probably the only one like Heartland that I've watched over and over. So
yeah.
like, you have to watch it. There's a few Heartland guest stars in it besides Kevin, but the Kevin episode is so funny. He literally plays a cult leader named Citrus.
I've seen pictures of him in a rope or some like
Yeah,
Pilates
yeah.
thing or
The
something.
gateway,
Oh,
the
okay.
staircase to the gateway, yeah.
Okay, but the question is, based on the episode, would you join his cult?
I mean, I, hmm. See, the reason that people were joining the cult was because of his looks. So, I mean, maybe. Maybe the gateway isn't as bad. Maybe it's fine. If Kevin's there, can it be that bad? Or sorry, if Citrus is there, will it be that bad?
Famous last words.
Yeah, right. But no, he looks really good on it, and he has like his facial hair. It looks, yeah, he looks very good in it.
Gonna add to my list of endless so.
Well, they're 20-minute episodes, so it's not like.
Oh, I thought they were like.
And
Oh.
no, they're 20. I think they're 20 minutes, and I should know this. That's embarrassing.
Okay,
And
that's
I
good.
think it's only like 10 episodes a season too. Let me check.
Okay, that's a good show to watch then, because I
It's
sometimes
perfect.
need like a palate cleanser, like after watching some like horror shows or like true
Yep.
crime
True.
documentaries. I'm like, I need something to kind of wipe my mind clean. So that sounds like a perfect show for that.
I recommend it to everyone and anyone. It's 13 episodes a season and they're 20 minutes long. So
Yeah, really. Not
I
that
I
bad.
think it's seriously one of the best shows ever made, and it's also arguably the funniest show ever made.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it how many times and I'll laugh like I've never seen it before. So
Okay, I need to seek it out. I don't know if it's on Netflix here, but I know it's been on TV at least, so maybe on some streaming
yes,
service.
hopefully you can find it. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Let me know when you see the Citrus
Yeah.
episode of Mr. Kevin McGarry.
Oh, I will let you know.
Okay, we haven't done comments of the week for a while, and I have been collecting some in the meantime. And as I'm sitting here looking at them, I'm like, what did I see in these comments? But we're gonna read them anyways.
Wait. So it's like Sunday morning, you wake up and these weird comments are next to you, and you're like, what did I see in you last night?
I was drunk or something. So somebody posted on Facebook, I have never in my life been so addicted to a series. And someone replied, and why do you feel the show pulled you in like no other series? And this person responded, I love horses. The storyline is awesome. I go to sleep at 2 a.m. I was like, okay, good to know.
I mean, is it on 1 a.m. or what's the?
I don't know. I mean, sounds like we're missing some context, but I figured I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And there was this post about Ty and Amy, I think it was a picture, to which somebody replied, the Mongolia storyline was awesome. I loved it. Did the producers like put a gun to your head and tell you to type that or something? Like nobody actually likes Mongolia. Are you on crack, sir?
Is it maybe from Graham Wardle?
I mean, it looks like a spam account, so probably. He's like, tell them I need money. I'm unemployed. Tell them I need to come back. And under the same post about this was a new post. They said, what do you think about Ty being gone? Do you miss him? All that kind of stuff. There's two different people in this comment section. I'm going to read a version of both. I totally miss him. As I've said before, I know life happens, but what is wrong with showing him when you know as you watch the memories are there? I see nothing wrong with that. It make me wonder, are the writers slowly just not wanting him remembered and trying as hard as they can to have Amy move on, creating all these other storylines that has of yet to keep me interested? Only my opinion, as I know so many love, so many do not love. That's okay. I will continue to watch the series. I know, it's like... it's
Right.
like... And then
Huh?
the other version of this comment section was, nope, I'm loving it without him. Jessica fits in just fine. I love Caleb and Jade. I like Parker and Logan, but they just seem like repeat storylines to me. Ty's mentioned way more than enough, in my opinion.
Yeah, because I
It's like,
from
yeah.
the first comment, I think I got like, why don't they keep showing him repeatedly, like, you know, to keep him alive? But the point is, he's dead.
Susan commented, I love Susan. She said, Jack and Lisa are the best. Love them. Hector replied, the best is the love story of Ty and Amy. To which Susan replied, that's your opinion, which is fine. I like Jack and Lisa better, to each their own. To which Hector replied, it is also your opinion, but the characters of Amy and Ty are what made Heartland what it is. The surveys indicate this.
What are the surveys?
I'm like,
Give us some
what?
data. I don't know, like,
I know he probably
links?
he probably gets his news from Facebook.
Like, I know, like, I just don't get why people insist on everyone liking Ty and Amy. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
it's like,
Seriously.
she likes Jack and Lisa. Let her have it.
Let the woman live, you guys.
Yeah.
Just because she's right. Just kidding. So I also noticed that people have been giving out some seasons, what they predict for season 16. So I took a couple screenshots of them because I thought they were, just fairly interesting.
Yeah.
Somebody said, every good drama has conflict in it, whether it's man versus man, man versus nature, man versus himself. Do you have any ideas for Heartland season 16? Not asking if you like these ideas, they are just examples, looking for your ideas for fun. Here are a few I imagined. I don't like them either. So, oh my god. So then they go on to say, Chase's wife dies. He returns to Hudson with his son, asking for Amy's help with the horse. Spartan dies. Sorry, Spartan gets sick and dies.
No, thank you.
Lisa has to tell Jack secrets from her past that will strain their marriage. Logan's dad shows up and causes problems at the youth center. I thought the youth... Oh wait, it is still going. Sorry, I forgot about the good old finale. The prince wants Amy to tour with him again. Lindy has trouble at school because she doesn't have a dad. Lou and Peter ask Amy if they can build a house on Amy and Ty's old foundation. You guys are making it hard for me.
I mean, they weren't wrong about these not being things I
Ain't
like
that
to
the
say.
truth? You weren't wrong. You ain't wrong about that. The last one, Caleb tells Amy he's always loved her. Cassandra who? See, this is what the writers get for not putting her in anymore. They don't even know the man's married.
Yeah, because I keep seeing people being like, well, Caleb's obviously making moves with Amy because they leaned on each other at the wedding or something like that. And I'm like, he's married. I mean, not to say people don't cheat, but like...
No, for sure. But I feel like Caleb isn't the... I wouldn't want that character to do that. I mean, he did kiss Lou while she was married, so I mean, there's some blurred lines, but we're human. I mean, they're characters, but we're, you know what I mean.
Yeah, and I would hope that he's progressed from that,
Yeah, it grew up, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, to me, it never their connectivity in season 14 and 15 was never flirtatious for me.
Yeah,
it was just him being a really good friend to his best friend's wife who's died.
Yeah, it would
You know
have
what I mean?
been more weird if he would have been kind of like,
Yeah.
see you
If he
later.
would have flirted with her, that would have actually been weird.
Yeah, like not only because Amy's grieving, but also because he was
He has a
Ty's
wife.
best
Yeah.
friend, and then you
Yeah.
know the marriage.
They already tried the Amy and Caleb love storyline in season 2. It's just, I don't know. I feel like they may have had chemistry at the beginning, just, you know, him being the new character being brought in, but I wouldn't see them being romantically involved.
Yeah, and I think Amy said in season 8 when Tim brought up Caleb.
Oh, right.
She
yeah.
was like, no way, no.
That's how, like, I think anyone reacts when you bring up a certain ex. It's like, no, that did not happen.
Yeah, especially if you're still kind of friends with them, but it's just like friendship.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. I thought this one was rare, so I thought it was nice because a lot of opinions are the same in this fandom, so when I see something different, I like it. Someone posted, I just watched season 15, episode 7, and I have to say it was amazing. It was like the Heartland of old, emotional and heartwarming. To give context, it's the episode where Amy confronts the man who killed Ty.
Yeah.
And someone commented, anyone who still thinks Amber needs Graham to do her best acting needs to watch this episode. I felt every ounce of her pain, so emotional and so well acted.
They ain't wrong.
They ain't wrong, sis. No, this is the last one. This one's from Jim. Jim's a vibe. I don't know what this comment means, but he's a vibe. He commented, Amber, your show is very much appreciated, like the Louisiana show with the Duck Commander.
I can't say I know that one.
Yeah, I can't say I mean, I know what show he's talking about, but it gave like the absolute like worst description you could think of it. So it was like,
I'm lost with this one.
Lost? Oh, sorry, I have a few more. I lied. You guys are in luck. Someone posted, I like the show. I could see the show going on and on, just like the Energized Bunny. And this on a completely different post, Cecil said, it is ashamed that the twins that played Ty's daughter, has to deal with his death in season 14. I hope they got them a therapist.
I mean,
it's called acting. They were acting.
They are actors.
They're doing their job. Like,
yeah,
as far as Amber's already like talked about how they've talked to the twins about what's going on, and they know they're acting. Kids aren't stupid, you know. Kids are very smart. Kids like soak in all the information they get. What you learn in those formative years, you remember. So I say they're fine.
Yeah,
I don't think they need a therapist.
Yeah, and as far as they know, like they know that Graham's at home and fine and alive, and this is just all made up.
He's a Walmart greeter now.
he's flipping that sign outside
open
stores.
Closed or something. Yeah. He's like a construction worker, stop and go sign. Gotta make money somehow. And then the last one was from Aidan's live. I have so many screenshots in here of people talking about yogurt, and I know I did that so I would remind myself to ask you what the hell y'all were talking about yogurt for. So there's a lot of yogurt comments in here.
I think it's because of me.
Good job.
I'm assuming.
It has to be. Everyone's favorite commenter, William, said, I've spent 6,093 hours watching Heartland in 18 months. Have you gone bird watching lately?
I mean, first of all, does the math? Do you know?
Why are you asking me? I'm the worst person to ask for this. I'm gonna just take him at his word, because clearly there's nothing else to be doing.
But the bird watching, like, is that an euphemism for?
I don't know. I'm kind of scared.
Have and then he said, been bird watching?
I actually love bird watching. Thanks for asking, William. I seriously do. I love birds. Yeah. I'm a senior. Gardening and bird watching are my vibe. He then said in a different comment, Amber's birthday is June 2nd and she'll be 21 and holding. Because God forbid women age and still look good.
Right.
And then so Rachel said yogurt was for Soile, and Nicole said Soile is going for yogurt. I was like, okay, did I ask? Like, what the hell? What do you mean it's going for yogurt?
No context, Soile, more like.
Yeah.
No context.
Like, good job. Like, the yogurt sales prices are just gonna... Good job. Oh, sorry, guys. I lied for, like, the second time. I have one more comment, and then I'm done.
Come on, we're not gonna believe you anymore.
I know, well, it's because my favorites folder's all over the place, so I'm scrolling through, and it's, like, a literal picture of my feet. And then it's, like, a picture of... No, because my feet smell... Stop, I know it's bad.
Wow,
do
you
you
have...
pictures?
Yeah. You have
Yeah.
a feet fetish, or are you selling your pictures, or
It's
do you
pictures
like
of my own feet. No, it's because...
Do you like them so much that you save them on your
No,
favorites?
they're horrendous. Well, it's because you guys know I'm sick. I have a lot of swelling in my body, so I take pictures when they're very swollen, when I can go to my... Because if they're not swollen, I go to the doctors, I'll be like, look at this. So
Yeah.
in my favorites are... You can literally see it, or my swollen feet, and then
No
Heartland comments.
No free feet pictures from here. No.
No, and trust me, I don't think anybody wants to see these feet.
I
like,
mean, who knows? Someone might.
like I don't fit into shoes or my clothes anymore. I've gained a lot of weight because of this brain illness that I have. So that's why there's feet pictures in my Heartland folder.
Okay, I'll let it pass this time.
Okay, so the last comment, this one's new. This one's from John. Heartland should have a town of Hudson pastor. I think Michael Weinberg would make a great local pastor in Heartland. Seen him on Instagram. He has the look, the demeanor, perfect pastor. He would also have part-time jobs like cab driver, Reverend Michael. Do you have like a crush on Weinberg or something? Like, I'm getting vibes here.
Yeah, more screen time for him, I guess. It's the point.
I wonder if he was paid to say that. That's my guess. Michael's like, I want to be on the show. Type this.
Yeah, because he had his first cameo in season 15, and he was proud of it. So, so maybe he's going after the main title of.
Yeah, because that's what Heartland needs, religion.
Yeah.
Anyways, well, that was the comments of, I guess I should say the month, because I've been collecting them for a while, so.
Well, that's a good way to end this, because that was funny.
See, like, and it's like, I'll screenshot them, and I'm like, I don't even know if this is funny, but it's weird. So I gotta say it, because it just fits.
It makes you think.
That's the truth. That is the truth. It makes you really rethink your life choices.
That, or it provokes like all kinds of possible
anger. I'm just kidding. Oh,
it touches the funny bones sometimes.
Yeah. So yes, that was this is our latest installment of Heart to Heartland. Thank you for joining us. It's been good to be back, and hopefully this will be a nice short episode for everyone.
Yeah. Aren't you nice? Aren't you nice?
I am, thank you.
You are, but aren't you glad that
depends who you ask.
You spent this hour or something with us? Because this
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You guys need to get a hobby, unless if this is your hobby, then
yeah.
Rethink your choices. Rethink your life decisions.
Yeah, it's like those comments. Makes you think.
Yeah. Makes you think about something, all right? Yeah.
Well, anyways, until next week, keep your noses clean.
And your powder dry.